Undead Unluck is so bad. It has so much fan service that it rivals Fire Force, and the only saving grace the anime does have is the insane animation and fights. So much so that the plot is basically just high-octane slice of life, but you wouldn't know that because mid-fight he might be getting a smoocher going motorboating, until the show just stopped being bad. Undead Unluck follows a girl named Fuko who spreads bad luck upon touch and tries to end it all after accidentally killing her loved ones and forever not being able to touch another human being, and a guy named Andy who can't die that stops her from doing this by kidnapping and groping her until she helps him die. Do you see the problem now? There's a good story here, but it's just portrayed as this vague idea of helping Andy die one day, all while running away from the law, that you can't even attempt to immerse yourself in these 4 episodes, because every 5 minutes he's either telling her to get naked or trying to cop a feel. But you can't skip over these 4 episodes either, because there's so much information they've packed into these 4 about the world they live in, the power system that everyone uses, but oh my god, is it so good if you can push through that. Because in episode 5, this anime stops pretending to be High School DxD's slightly less horny cousin and shows us what it's really about. We learn that the world is being toyed with by gods as they attempt to impose rules on Earth like death or sickness, so they form a task force of people with special abilities called negators. These people are able to negate one of the rules that are imposed by the gods, like undead, unluck, or unavoidable. These 10 people take on quests proposed by the gods to fight mysterious creatures that are the embodiments of these rules, and upon failure a new rule be placed on Earth, but with success a new negator is given. Now, is that or is that not so much better than watching Dumb Ways to Die the anime with boob jokes? Or my channel, make sure you like and subscribe if you're enjoying. This story set up such a good battle shonen scenario that the abilities could flourish in, and it's no stretch to say this is one of the most fascinating power systems to come out in recent anime, not solely because each power is directly correlated to some natural law or phenomena, because that's already super cool, but the raw creativeness behind each ability and then breaking them down to a near scientific level through experimentation is insanity. Like how Andy and Fuko try to pinpoint how her ability works through experiments so they can better utilize it. How every ability has strange conditions that have to be met before they can even be used, like how Shin can look at you with one of his eyes from a certain distance and then negate any conscious thought, making you do the opposite, but only if he's subconsciously fond of that person. Then there's the vast utilizations of all the abilities. It's probably the most impressive part of this anime. Andy will bite a finger nearly off, regenerate a new one, and send the first finger flying as if it was a bullet. Or Andy will unsheath a sword, pushing it out with his blood, making a super fast sword slash. Also, he can fly. And that's just a tip of the iceberg of just Andy, let alone any of the other characters in this series. And while the character writing isn't always the greatest in these battle shonen stories, I still find the characters that we haven't met yet interesting solely based off of the looks and the abilities that we have seen. And the main group that we do end up following is very formulaic and enjoyable, so just about anyone can invest themselves into their dynamic. And where these characters lack in the battle shonen series, the animation and fights thrive. Mixing in the mysterious creatures, the abilities, the versatility each character has creates the perfect environment for the author to be as creative as he wants with his fights. He can have a fist rocketing off someone's arm from blood pressure holding a grenade into the plane, and the artists and animators as much freedom to make the best looking kiss that brings down so much unluck onto the person that a meteor falls on them, sending debris flying from a crater. The opportunities are endless. The story, ideas, and abilities leave so much room for creativity that whatever the author thinks of, he can just make it happen, but he still takes the time to ground everything with at least a sliver of logic. Undead Unluck is actually one of the better shows this season, but I dropped it like a lot of people on episode 4 because it just seemed like another shallow battle series that relied on boob jokes to try to take itself way too serious with Gina's death. But the show is actually just trying to set itself up by asking non-domestic girlfriend degenerate fans to sit through 4 episodes of ecchi anime is a high barrier of entry for a lot of people like myself. And I liked Domestic Girlfriend. I literally only picked this back up to make this video, and I'm really glad I did, and you should watch this anime too. God dang it. But if you enjoyed my review and reactions to Undead Unluck, then make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.